Well, I'm delighted to be joined by Wolves reporter Mr. Joe Edwards. Joe, we've just been on the little Zoom chat with Nuno. Seems to be every other day at the moment, with the games coming thick and fast ahead of the big game against Sheffield United tomorrow night at Bramall Lane. Joe, look, disappointing result, as we all know, against Arsenal. Nuno looking to bounce back, and normally they do bounce back. What did Nuno have to say ahead of the game?
Well, it kind of said what you want to hear from him, really, that they were hurting after that Arsenal defeat. I think everybody was disappointed with that performance, just not the result per se. Obviously the result was disappointing, but I think the manner of it was a bit more disappointing. Wolves were never really in the game. Of course they could have made it 1-1, but I don't think anybody really thought that Wolves deserved anything from that game, to be honest. So they're looking to get back on it at Sheffield United and looking to make a bit of a statement, if you will. It's a big game. Could have a massive bearing, really, on where Wolves finish. If they win, they're firmly still in the Champions League race. If they draw, that wouldn't be too bad. That would kind of keep them in with a shout. If they lose, though, that Champions League dream looks very, very difficult.
And it's basically a fight for Europa League, isn't it? Because, the teams are coming thick and fast, and that's what it is at the top of the table. You let slip for one or two games, and you're all of a sudden looking over your shoulders. So there is a lot to go on. I guess from what Nuno was saying is, he wants to respect Sheffield United, of course, but at the same time, he wants to, he feels that the team can get 3 points there. What's the main talking point coming out of the press conference? I guess it's team news and an update on one star that was potentially ruled out and isn't, and another one who potentially could be.
Yeah, so the team news coming out of it is that Pedro Neto is struggling. Picked up a knock after coming on against Arsenal, a strong kick, as Nuno calls it, but struggled since then. By the sounds of it, they're training this afternoon, so they'll have a look at how it is this afternoon, but sounded pretty touch and go. I'd be very surprised if he started the game anyway. I mean, there's a chance he'd be on the 9-man bench, but I think they may well err on the side of caution. But on the flip side of the coin, Daniel Podence is back available. Of course, missed the Arsenal game at the weekend, had travelled to Portugal for an important personal issue, was having to stick to the 14-day quarantine rules, as they were. But has been given Premier League clearance. He's tested negative for COVID-19 twice, and he's able to be brought back into the fold now. I mean, it'd be surprising to see him start because he's yet to make a league start, and he's been having to train from home for a week or more now because of that trip. But Nuno kind of maybe a little bit tongue-in-cheek saying, who knows, he could even start. Could we see that league debut of the 17 million January signing? We'll wait and see. My mind's telling me now, but let's see.
So let's say Neto is at best on the bench. Let's say Podence is at best on the bench, I would assume.
Yeah.
The main talking point, there's a lot of people, and I think me and you included, saying that maybe the tactics weren't the right ones for the defeat against Arsenal. Easy to say now, of course, in hindsight, but he normally gets it right. We thought 3-4-3. He went for 2 up front. It didn't quite work. Would you expect maybe Jota, who I thought looked good when he came on, would you expect him to link up with Raul and play 2 up front, or would you with Traore dropping out, or maybe Traore going back onto that right hand side and playing the 3 up front?
I just have a feeling about 3. My feelings can be very hit and miss.
Well,
but,
I was going to say, but carry on.
But yeah, I just think a lot of Sheffield United's success comes from their wings. You look at George Baldock and Enda Stevens. They are the flyers at wing back, similarly to Matt Doherty and Johnny Otto. But you've got those centre backs as well. This is that system that Sheffield United play, which is pretty much unheard of in English football. Otherwise, these overlapping centre backs. I mean, Chris Basham on that right side of centre half can regularly be seen in the final third, chipping in with goals and assists. Jack Robinson on the other side, maybe a little less adventurous, but still, it's a threat. Could be Jack O'Connell as well. But I just think if you're going to play against Sheffield United, I think you could do with that extra option out wide. So you're looking for Jota and Traore to help out defensively to kind of nullify that overlapping centre-back threat. And then if Sheffield United commit bodies forward, then you've got those flyers to hurt them on the counter-attack. Of course, Sheffield United do tend to play midfield free, so there could be a bit of a scope to have Dendoncker in there and match them up. But I really think Sheffield United win their games or pick up their results thanks to those overlapping centre-backs because it's so unique. So the wide men really seems the way to cancel them out and then get Wolves up the pitch. So I'm thinking 3-4-3.
Yeah, and Sheffield dropped out of kind of the Europa League running, I guess, recently, so they'll know that against a rival they need to go win this game. A draw's probably not good enough for them. They're not going down. It's a shot of nothing for them, so you expect them to go more attacking than maybe you would expect them, if they were 4th, 5th or 6th. So I think that's a great shout. The other one that we've kind of discussed, João Moutinho was a little bit under par, and maybe with him, slightly older than the rest of them, might take a little bit to get going after this restart, and maybe 3 games inside a week is a little bit too much. Dendoncker, if he does play, could he play with Neves in a 2? And maybe give João a rest for Sunday against Everton?
I think there is a chance of that. I would be a little bit surprised just because of how we've kind of asked this question about Moutinho so many times. His age, can he play so many games in such a short space of time? And 9 times out of 10 he has done it. So my inkling would be that he would still be in the side. Make no mistake about it, he wasn't very good on Saturday. It was probably one of the worst performances that he's put in all season, if not the worst, to be fair. But he'll be keen to respond to that. You look at him, he's so relentless, and his attitude is that he always wants to play, and he'll be keen to make up for Saturday's performance. So I would be surprised if he doesn't start. Dendoncker is in with a shout, but me personally, I think Moutinho makes the team.
Score prediction then, Mr. Joe Edwards. I'll go first. I'm going to say it's going to be Sheffield United 1, Wolverhampton Wanderers 2.
Okay. Score draw, I'm thinking. Perhaps a 1-1. If we can sneak a 2-1, fantastic. Just got a feeling a draw. We'll go 1-1.
I've got a feeling Willy Bolly's going to have a big part to play tomorrow night. We shall see.
Okay.
Joe Edwards, you shall be at Bramall Lane tomorrow night. Enjoy it. I shall be at home doing the watch along. So follow Joe, follow myself. It's going to be a great night. Hopefully 3 points and right back into that Champions League battle. From me, from Joe, take care.
Bye-bye.